morning students. Today we will do exercise 3.4. Question number 1. State whether true or false. All rectangles are squares. Statement is false. In a square all the sides are equal, but in a rectangle all sides are not equal. So you cannot say all rectangles are squares. Now B. All rhombuses are parallelograms. Statement is true only, because rhombus is a parallelogram only. Okay. So all rhombuses are parallelograms only. All the properties of parallelograms are there in a rhombus. Now see, all squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. If you consider a rhombus, in a rhombus all the sides are equal. Square also all the sides are equal. And another thing, diagonals bisect at a 90 degree. Square also diagonal bisect at a 90 degree. Opposite angles are equal. That is there in a square. Now that is why you can say all squares are rhombuses. Now consider rectangle. Rectangles all the angles are 90 degree. Square also all angles are 90 degree only. And rectangle diagonals are equal. Square also diagonals are equal. And diagonal bisect each other. In a rectangle, same way square also diagonal bisect each other. And rectangle is a parallelogram. Square is also a parallelogram. So you can say all squares are rectangles only. All squares are also rhombuses. So the statement is what? True. Now D. All squares are not parallelograms. Statement is false. Square is a parallelogram. So all squares are parallelogram only. So here what is given? It is not parallelogram. So square is not a parallelogram. That is false. Now E. All kites are rhombuses. Statement is false only. Rhombus is a parallelogram, but kite is not a parallelogram. So all kites are rhombuses. That is false only. Now F. All rhombuses are kites. This statement is true. Rhombus can be considered as a kite also, because kite is a quadrilateral and rhombus is also a quadrilateral. Okay. So you can say all rhombuses you can consider as a kite, but you cannot consider kite as a rhombus. Okay. So F is what? All rhombuses are kites. That is true only. Okay. Now G. All parallelograms are trapeziums. True only. Trapezium is a quadrilateral. Parallelogram is also a quadrilateral. And trapeziums, one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Parallelogram, two pairs are parallel, but one pair is already there. So you can say all parallelograms are trapeziums. Okay. Now all squares are trapeziums. That is true only. Why? Because trapezium is a quadrilateral, square is also a quadrilateral. And in a trapezium, one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Square also one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Square, two pairs of opposite sides are parallel. But what trapezium is having, that is there in the square. So you can say all squares are trapezium. Statement is true. Now second question. Identify all the quadrilaterals that have four sides of equal length. In a square and a rhombus, all four sides are equal. So answer is square and rhombus. Now four right angles. In a rectangle and square, you can see four right angles are there. So the answer is rectangle and square.